I noticed that lately my free time had been consumed by my phone. And that makes perfect sense. After all, American teenagers spend an average of 9 hours a day looking at a screen. And that's excluding technology used for school. And sure, not all that screen time is directly connected to cell phones. But for me personally, I just thought that I could spend that time a lot more wisely. And that's why I quit my phone for 30 days. And shout out to Micah for keeping my phone safe for 30 days. So, fresh day with no phone. And I'd say it went pretty well. I went up to this kind of natural area up on this hill over sort of by my house. And I just brought my kendama with me. And I just kind of did some tricks up there. Yeah, I got to just hang out up there for a bit. So, successful first day. From there on, the rest of the week went by. I skated some and I spent quite a bit of time with friends.
I mean, we're adventuring.
But now that I'm looking back, those days I hung out with my friends are so much more memorable, and I think not having my phone is a huge reason for that.
I just finished day 7 of having no phone, and I think the biggest thing I'm learning is that not having a phone doesn't make a crazy difference. I've been finding that I still find ways to waste time, whether that's just on my computer or if I'm just sitting around procrastinating. I'm really finding that not wasting time is really hard for me. These aren't the final results of like the whole 30 days obviously, and so I think I need to not try too hard to make this like a perfect experience, you know? Like, I shouldn't be like, oh, I need to go outside, I need to read, I need to do all these things I usually don't do when I have my phone. That's a little check-in right there. I knew going into this whole thing that not having Spotify was going to be the hardest thing for me. And I came up with some alternatives. If I'm in my room, I'll just listen to a record. Whether it be The Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, Brushfire Fairy Tales by Jack Johnson, Licensed to Ill by the Beastie Boys, a jazz album my dad gave me. If I'm walking around or skating or using my headphones, I'll just use my cassette player. And the only cassette I've been listening to is one by the 1975. And it's great because they're my favorite band. I think I'm learning that listening to an album all the way through with intention is really valuable, instead of just hopping through and picking some singles off of an album and popping it into your playlist. So, it's day 14. I'm gonna be honest, going into this whole thing, I was just kind of imagining that it was just gonna boost my focus and I'd get so much more stuff done and I'd be really inspired to make videos and I'd just be really creative and imaginative, but to be honest, it's not really going that way for me right now. Don't get me wrong though, the past 14 days have been great. I've become really used to not having my phone. I've been spending more time with my family. I've been enjoying reading more. I mean, there's like little things like I'm reading To Kill a Mockingbird for school right now, and I'll come home every day and just lay on my bed and read it, and I'm actually enjoying that. Before then, I'd just come home and watch YouTube on my phone. That's a good improvement, obviously. One thing I really want to be focusing on is like gaining focus and what that means. Like, obviously taking my phone away isn't gonna instantly give me focus. I need to fight to have focus. And as I said earlier, I thought that going into this that I'd just be really creative and juiced to make videos. And I mean, I am. Like, obviously this is incentive for me to video myself more or video what I'm doing. But day 14 update. So basically this whole school year I've been wanting to get up earlier, like at 6 a.m. and just get a head start on the day. But sadly, I'm like just not a morning person. I've been realizing that more as I get older and I just kind of have a fresher mind. Oddly, like later at night. I came up with this really cool idea that actually gave me the motivation and kind of the reminder to actually get up early. I wrote a note card at my dad's place at the table that says, you know, hey dad, please wake me up at 6 a.m. So my dad's gonna come in here at 6 tomorrow morning and be like, hey Caleb, get out of bed. And I'm gonna remember, yeah, I wanna drink some tea and I'm gonna eat my tuna breakfast, don't judge me. And I'm gonna read Harry Potter because I haven't done that in a while. Dude, I really hope I'm gonna get up in the morning. If I don't, what the frick? Alright, so my dad just woke me up. I'm super tired, but dude, I gotta do it.
Believe it or not, I actually got up at 6, made tea, ate tuna, and read a chapter of Harry Potter. Wild. So I'm about 20 days in and I kind of realized something. Why is it that I only go skating or hiking or walking around downtown when I'm with my friends? Maybe I'm just really addicted to my phone. And I think a lot of us are, and the only times that we really get off of it is when we're with our friends. And so we'll go and walk around, go on hikes, go skating, at least for me. And I find it kind of funny that being off of my phone, I still haven't gotten into a pattern of doing those things by myself. And maybe I'm just really extroverted and don't enjoy doing things by myself, but I find it hard to actually go skating by myself, or just going on a hike by myself, on a walk by myself, or just really plain hanging outside by myself. Maybe this is just like an opinion spill, like me sounding deep, but like, how come it isn't a thing for a 16-year-old to just go outside and just hang out and just look at nature and just hike up a hill? And why isn't that a thing anymore? And that makes me wonder, is that because of social media? Is that because of technology? Is that because of smartphones? Who's to say? So the past few days I've been skating a lot, and I've been noticing how beautiful my neighborhood is. It's been really cool to see all the flowers blooming in people's yards, and just, I don't know, finding cool little things, like cool new little libraries I haven't seen in my neighborhood. I don't know, like really seeing what my neighborhood is like in springtime, because that's something I don't get to see that much. And I've also been getting better at my ollies, so that's also saying. Okay, so today I decided to make a painting, because every Thursday we kind of do a little refresh where we work on decorations and whatnot, stuff surrounding making our house more refreshed. I'm gonna make a painting centered around the idea that kind of looks like a Jackson Pollock painting, but kind of has my own twist to it. We'll see what happens. This is the outcome. It doesn't really look like Jackson Pollocky, but I don't know, I think it looks pretty cool. It's cool because I wanted this to be something that actually meant something to me, and I think it turned out pretty good, so hopefully my mom likes it. So right now I'm actually getting packed because tomorrow after school I'm going up to work at a camp. It's like the same one that I worked at over the summer, and we're kind of having a summer staff reunion. So a lot of these people I haven't even seen since late August of last year. So that's gonna be a trip. And also up there it's really peaceful and really awesome, and I love spending time up there because it's just such a cool environment. So I made it here. Like I said, I was here all summer last year. It's interesting just hopping right back into it, you know? In a way, this was a bit of a turning point for the 30 days. It was at this weekend that I realized and was reminded of the importance of unplugging. This camp has always been a place for me to unplug. There's no reception or Wi-Fi up there, so not having my phone came very easily to me. And as a whole, being back at camp was super refreshing, and it was so sick to get to hang out with all of those people that I spent a ton of time with last summer. In a really cool way, just being there, spending quality time and having real conversations with all those people just really connected me back to who I wanted to be as a person who's loving, passionate, and patient. I think that goes to show how much value can be added to my life from ditching my phone. That and how important it is to have people in my life that genuinely care about me. We also all decided to slide downstairs with mattresses.
Okay, one at a time, one at a time.
After that weekend, not a whole lot else happened. And then I found myself reflecting over the last 30 days of my life, figuring out and pointing out to myself what I'd learned from my experience without my phone. Going into this whole experience of not having my phone, I just kind of assumed that I'm gonna learn like a lot, and that I would just see so many new things and look at the world so much differently. And I don't think that was entirely the case, and I also don't think that was the best mindset to go into, because that's just expecting so much. Throughout this whole journey, I kind of realized how more aware I was of things without having my phone. I just noticed how much my phone did waste my time before, and how much focus I gained. Like, I remember this one time I just sat and did my homework for straight 2 hours and didn't even waste any time, which is kind of unheard of for me. I just kind of learned that I need to gain more willpower, and yeah, every time I didn't just sit down and do my homework and not get distracted because I didn't have my phone, I found other ways to distract myself, whether it be my computer or just listening to music on my record player. I just kind of found ways to distract myself, but I did learn that I need a lot more willpower. I should pursue like gaining that, because that's important. I also learned that I do actually enjoy reading books, and it's just kind of been a journey throughout actually this whole school year, because before this year I was homeschooled for my whole life before that, and I never enjoyed reading books. But this year I read a lot of fun books in school, and especially these past 30 days. It's a small thing, but I'm just realizing that after today, because today is my last day, that I can actually go like on Spotify and listen to whatever I want. But that kind of brings me back to a couple weeks ago. During these 30 days, I listened to an album all the way through, no interruptions, and it was really cool because I got to experience the album as a whole, and I never heard the thing all the way through before that, and it actually got me to flow through the story of the album and really see what the artist was trying to convey. And I thought that was really neat because I've never really done that. Really, just to close this video, I just want to urge whoever's watching this, if you have a phone and it's giving you more negative effects than it's giving you positive effect. Think about where that time you're investing in your phone is really going. Is it bearing fruit, you know? Are you getting closer to your friends? Or are you really just wasting time and not getting things done that you need to get done? I just challenge you, how can you spend less time on your phone? Maybe it's setting up a time restriction on certain apps. Maybe it's quitting your phone for 30 days. And if you do decide to quit your phone, you don't need to be as legalistic about it. You can just quit your phone for maybe 7 days. Or maybe you could just put away your phone when you get home from school or when you get home from work. Or you could just delete all your apps, because perhaps you do need your phone. Anyway, it's weird that I'm gonna be able to like have my phone back. And I could waste time, but I just kind of know I'm not going to. I'm still going to want to be doing things that are more healthy for me mentally, emotionally, and just better uses of time. So I'm excited to see what happens in the future. And I don't know, I just really hope that this video does inspire and push whoever's watching this to open your mind in a way. I think it's always huge when you're learning things about yourself. If that means not having your phone for 30 days, so be it. Thanks so much for taking your time out of your day to watch my video. I really do appreciate it. I'm thinking about maybe doing more 30-day self-improvement challenges in the future, so if you're thinking of one I could do, just type it down below this video. As always, subscribe. If you found this inspiring or you found this cool, it'd be nice if you shared this video. Yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in whenever my next video comes out, so yeah.